So now let's take a look at some more pictures of past work and other jobs in progress, maybe give you some new ideas. And here's a big rig that I put stripes on and some pin striping around the wheel wells and put the name and license numbers on the side. This is a good example of an A-frame. This is an example of a sandblast sign. Here's another example of a sandblast sign, and the Humpty Dumpty is carved out of redwood. Here's an example of a hanging sign. And here's another example of a hanging sign like the last. Here's an example of a totem pole that I carved with a chainsaw, and it has more on the back side that I don't have a picture of, but those wings then were added on to it. This is some window lettering for a meat company, and they're selling all different types of packaged meat and other products, poultry products, and he had me paint these pictures down here and then lettering the different packages and prices up here on the window. And here is the other side with a different picture and a different list of what products that they're going to sell. This is an example of a logo design. And here's a shot of an inside wall. This is a billboard-sized mural made of 6 pieces of plywood. And it's taken from this postcard picture. This painting was taken from another painting called The Crimson Rambler by Philip Hale. There's another mural. This is paint on black insulation board.
He doesn't want to be the only one that wears them.
You look a little bit smarter. You need that. Shelley.
that I built a little pagoda house for. Did all the signs. And then down on the front, I painted the walls bamboo and painted the doors. Hey, here we are back at the shop again. We have a good opportunity here to see a job in progress. A lot of people like to change things around on their stores to improve their image and other things. And what you see around me here is some panels that are going to go on the Bonsai restaurant. If you don't... This is an unusual application of painting on an awning where the old name had to be covered over. The letters are painted on a piece of black canvas which is then laminated to the other canvas. Here we have the bathroom doors inside the place. People like to paint different things on the bathroom door rather than put men and women. They like to have a picture. That's the women's, and over here is the men's. Women's bathroom door.
What I'm saying is,
Men's bathroom door.
after talking to George Hunt, and when he said what it seemed to me, looking at the dynamic, I don't want
Here's an example of the solar wind flashers. Hey, I hope you noticed those solar wind catchers were put on top of the Type 3 block letter. On a real windy day, those things can be very dazzling. Again, consult the sign trade magazines for products and services. An important point here is the many varied directions and forms that signs can take. So many that we can't possibly cover them all in this edition. Also, the line between artist and sign painter can get very blurred, but sign painting is definitely an art in its own right. Most artists I have known know very little about hand lettering. All artists should in fact review this work. A word about pricing signs. There is a book and a movie on sign pricing that can also be found through trade magazines or sign supply stores. I recommend it as a guideline to see what other people are doing and to learn what to charge for. However, to stay competitive, I still rely on the old-fashioned way of figuring time and materials and add on a percentage for your overhead expenses. In future editions, I will be covering more on sign lettering techniques, pinstriping, airbrush, silk screening, t-shirt art, special interest stories, storefront designs and ideas, lighted signs, solar wind flashers, neon signs, routed wood signs, sandblasted signs, magnetics, banners, computer signs, and shopping for sign companies, and more tips for the small business owner. As you can see, there is much more ground to cover. I hope you have enjoyed this pilot session and collect the whole series. Or you can request to be on our mailing list for upcoming editions. I thank you very much for your interest, and may the force of the brush be with you.